Imagine walking into your dream interview wearing a jacket you found for $20, feeling confident and knowing you just saved the planet.
That moment feels like a secret shortcut to success. And it's not a myth, it's the power of sustainable, affordable fashion. I used to believe that looking polished meant spending hundreds on designer pieces, but a few simple habits turned my closet upside down and my bank account happier.
Stay with me for the next few minutes, and you'll discover how a thrift store find can outshine a pricey label, while keeping your wallet and the earth breathing easier.
The fashion industry is responsible for 10% of global carbon emissions and 20% of wastewater, a staggering impact that most of us never see.
Those cheap fast fashion tees may look like a bargain, but the hidden cost shows up later in higher utility bills, more frequent replacements, and a growing mountain of textile waste that chokes our landfills. If you're aiming to look professional, feel confident, and still have money left for rent, travel, or that side hustle, you need a smarter approach.
In this video, I'll give you a 3-step roadmap. First, we'll demystify what makes clothing truly sustainable. Second, we'll build a capsule wardrobe that works for any office or interview. Third, we'll learn how to maintain and extend the life of every piece so you get the most out of every dollar. Let's start by breaking down the idea of sustainable fashion. It rests on 3 pillars: the materials, the production process, and the longevity of the garment. When we talk about materials, think of organic cotton grown without harmful pesticides, recycled polyester made from plastic bottles, and innovative fibers like tencel that use less water. These choices reduce chemical runoff and lower the carbon footprint of each shirt. Production is about where and how the clothes are made. Fair-wage factories, low-water dyeing techniques, and renewable energy on the factory floor all matter. Finally, longevity means buying pieces that are built to last, can be repaired, and eventually recycled, turning a single item into a long-term investment rather than a disposable trend. Why does this matter to you personally? First, chemical-free fabrics are gentler on your skin, reducing irritation and allergies that cheap synthetics often cause. Second, durable garments mean you buy less often, saving you money in the long run. A well-made blazer can serve you for 5 years or more, while a cheap suit might fall apart after a few washes, forcing you to replace it and spend more. The myth that eco-friendly equals expensive falls apart when you compare a recycled poly tee that costs $15 to a conventional cotton tee that costs $10 but needs to be replaced twice as often.
Over time, the sustainable option wins both financially and environmentally.
To help you spot truly sustainable pieces, keep an eye on certifications. Look for labels like Global Organic Textile Standard, Fair Trade, and Blue Sign. These symbols act like a quick cheat sheet, telling you that the garment meets strict criteria for organic farming, fair labor, and low environmental impact. When you see a tag with the GOTS logo, you know the cotton was grown without synthetic pesticides and the entire supply chain was audited. A fair trade label guarantees that workers received a living wage, while Blue Sign ensures the manufacturing process minimizes waste and emissions.
By focusing on these certifications, you can shop with confidence, even in a crowded thrift store.
Now that you understand the basics, let's talk about building a capsule wardrobe that looks professional without breaking the bank. Start with core pieces that can be mixed and matched: a well-fitted blazer, a crisp white shirt, a pair of tailored trousers, and a versatile dress in a neutral color. These items form the foundation of any interview or office look.
You can find high-quality blazers for under $50 at vintage shops, especially if you look for classic cuts that won't go out of style.
A white shirt made from organic cotton can be purchased for $20 online, and it will stay crisp longer than a synthetic blend. Tailored trousers in a dark navy or charcoal can be sourced from secondhand stores,
where you often discover hidden gems that have been gently used and are ready for a new adventures.
When you're hunting for these pieces, think about fit first, then fabric.
A slightly larger blazer can be taken to a local tailor for a few dollars to achieve a perfect silhouette, turning a bargain find into a custom-fit masterpiece.
Pay attention to stitching quality. Double-stitched seams and reinforced buttons signal durability. If a garment feels heavy and sturdy, it's likely built to last. Don't be afraid to experiment with colors and patterns once you have the basics. A subtle pinstripe or a muted plaid can add personality while still looking polished. Finally, the secret to stretching the life of every item lies in proper care. Wash clothes in cold water, use gentle detergents, and avoid the dryer whenever possible. Air drying reduces wear and saves energy. For stains, treat them promptly with natural solutions like white vinegar or baking soda, which are kinder to fabrics than harsh chemicals. Store your garments on proper hangers to maintain shape, and rotate your wardrobe seasonally so each piece gets a break. Small repairs, sewing a loose button or fixing a small tear, can be done at home with a simple kit, extending the life of a favorite piece by months or even years.
If this is blowing your mind, hit subscribe and let's keep exploring together.
When you start to see how each piece can serve multiple roles, the whole picture changes.
A well-cut blazer isn't just for interviews. Throw it over a simple tee for a casual coffee meeting, or pair it with a dark denim skirt for a weekend brunch.
The key is to think in layers and interchangeable elements. A neutral cardigan can become a lightweight coat when you add a scarf, and that same scarf can double as a belt or a headband on a breezy day. By treating accessories as modular tools rather than one-off statements, you stretch the wardrobe's reach without adding extra cost. Speaking of accessories, sustainable options are more plentiful than you might think. Look for recycled metal jewelry, vegan leather bags, or shoes made from reclaimed rubber.
These items often carry a lower price tag than their animal-based counterparts and still deliver a polished look.
A classic leather look tote, for instance, can be sourced from a vintage market for a fraction of the price of a brand new designer piece. And because it's timeless,
you'll wear it season after season.
When you choose pieces that have a simple, clean silhouette, you avoid the trap of fleeting trends that quickly feel outdated. Another powerful strategy is to schedule regular wardrobe audits. Set aside an hour each month to pull out every item, assess its condition, and decide whether it still fits your style and needs. If something is still in good shape but no longer suits you, consider swapping it with a friend or listing it on a local online marketplace. This not only keeps your closet lean but also creates a circular flow where garments find new homes instead of ending up in a landfill. You'll be surprised how often a piece you thought you'd never wear again becomes the perfect fit for someone else's office look.
If you're comfortable with a little DIY, upcycling can be a game changer.
A plain white shirt can be transformed with a few simple stitches into a stylish crop top, or an old pair of jeans can be turned into a chic denim skirt with a bit of hemming. There are countless tutorials online that walk you through these projects step by step.
And the satisfaction of wearing something you've personally reimagined adds an extra layer of confidence.
Plus, the cost of a few basic sewing supplies is negligible compared to buying a brand new garment. Don't overlook the power of clothing rentals for those one-off events that demand a higher level of formality.
Services that specialize in renting suits, dresses, or polished shoes let you step into a high-impact look without the long-term financial commitment.
You can return the piece after the event, keeping your closet uncluttered and your budget intact. This approach also reduces the overall production demand, aligning your personal style with broader sustainability goals. Now, let's talk about budgeting in a way that feels empowering rather than restrictive. Start by setting a monthly clothing allowance that reflects your income and priorities. Track every purchase, even the thrift store finds, in a simple spreadsheet or a budgeting app. When you see the total at the end of the month, you'll notice patterns. Perhaps you're spending more on shoes than you realized, or you're consistently saving by buying secondhand. Adjust your plan accordingly, and you'll develop a habit of intentional spending that supports both your career aspirations and your financial health. A subtle but often overlooked factor in looking professional is grooming and posture. A well-maintained outfit shines even brighter when you carry yourself with confidence.
Simple habits like standing tall, making eye contact, and speaking clearly can amplify the impact of even the most modest attire.
Pair that with a clean, polished appearance, trimmed nails, a fresh haircut, and minimal,
natural makeup, and you'll project an image of competence that resonates with interviewers and colleagues alike. As you experiment with these tactics, you'll likely discover a personal style that feels authentic and sustainable.
Remember, the goal isn't to chase perfection, but to make incremental improvements that add up over time.
Each small decision, choosing a recycled fabric, repairing a loose seam, swapping a garment with a friend, creates a ripple effect that benefits your wallet, your confidence,
and the planet.
If you found any of these ideas surprising or useful, I'd love to hear which tip you're most excited to try first.
Drop a comment below, and let's start a conversation about how we can all dress smarter without compromising our values.
And if you've already mastered any of these strategies, share your own hacks. The community thrives on collective knowledge.
Before we wrap up, let's recap the 3-step roadmap we set out at the beginning. First, we demystified what sustainable fashion really means by breaking down materials, production practices, and longevity. Second, we built a capsule wardrobe foundation using affordable, high-quality pieces that can be mixed and matched for any professional setting. Third, we explored maintenance, upcycling, rentals, and budgeting techniques that extend the life of each item and keep costs low.
By following this framework, you can confidently walk into any interview, meeting,
or networking event knowing you look sharp, feel good, and are making a positive impact.
If this journey has sparked a new perspective on how you approach your closet, consider giving this video a thumbs up.
Your support helps the channel grow and brings more people into the conversation about sustainable, affordable style.
And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you won't miss future episodes where we dive deeper into
eco-friendly living, career growth, and personal development. Sharing this video with friends who are also looking to upgrade their professional wardrobe without breaking the bank
would be amazing. Let's spread the knowledge together.
Thank you for staying with me through this exploration of sustainable fashion. Remember, every thoughtful choice you make adds up,
turning a modest budget into a powerful statement of confidence and responsibility. Keep experimenting, keep caring for your pieces, and keep showing up as the best version of yourself. Until next time, stay stylish, stay sustainable, and keep chasing those big goals.